Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. We are in week 1 of August 1940 and we have lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares on the tonnage wall, which means we have 11 left. And we have one destroyer in, Scarpa Flow, the active, 2 turns before she is out. Right, I'll do a quick torpedo check. Beagle needs to head back. And right, Boreas has got 4, Sagenet has got 6, right. Beagle and Boreas will have to head back. I need to have a destroyer escorting the Ajax. There we go. Right. Hopefully that'll be fine. Go on, yeah, I'll keep it as it is. Well, actually, no, I will move the Vanquisher up. We need ships in the Azore Isles all the time. Not so much in Cape Verde because we don't get that many engagements, but here we get a lot of them. If we have a look at the convoys, this is a much more intense area of convoy activity than down here in Cape Verde. But anyway, enough of that. Oh, hello! First engagement. North American North Seaboard in cloudy weather in week 1 of August 1940. The battleship Warspite, which we haven't seen in quite some time, with medium damage, and the destroyer Valentine are escorting a little convoy of 2 merchant ship large freighters and a C2 freighter, and they have intercepted in the morning the auxiliary cruiser Atlantis, because we have the initiative, so I'm assuming that we're the ones that have intercepted the Atlantis. Well, hello there, Warspite. How are you? It's been a while since we've seen you. Atlantis over here. We'll go hard at port, hopefully bring a broadside in. Can we do that? No. They're saying 2.7 now. Whenever I end up with an auxiliary cruiser like this, I always try and think to myself, can I sink it immediately in 1? That's a sort of an arbitrarily high standard I hold myself to. I'll go to 2.3, I think. I'll go 2.4. High explosive shells, and I consider it a success if I can sink it immediately. If I can't sink it immediately, then I carry on, but then it's not as good. But anyway, Warspite, open fire. Shoot! They're not going to be sinking from there, so are they? Maybe they are. Nope, they're not. Everyone else just move forwards. No real threat. Smoke. Yeah, that's not really going to save you. Especially now that the forward turrets can join in as well. Some of you might be saying, why are you using 15-inch shells on an auxiliary cruiser? And my answer to that is because I can. Because I can. I've held onto the Warspite for so long, and I don't get a chance to use it very often because I want to keep it out of harm's way, so I'm going to use whatever type of shell I want, thank you very much. Shoot! And there goes the Atlantis. Stood no real chance against Warspite's 15-inch guns. Shows why we don't mess with the Warspite. You don't want to mess around with the Warspite. If you want to, you know, stay on this side of the ocean. If you want to go to the other side, then by all means do it. But anyway, action report. On the British side, the battleship Warspite ends with medium damage, the destroyer Valentine ends with no damage, and all the merchant ships, C2 freighter and 2 large freighters, end with no damage at all. On the German side, the auxiliary cruiser Atlantis was sunk for 7,800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side 7,800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0, 7,800 renown earned. I was about to say very nice, but then this came up, which is not very nice at all. Sargasso Sea, week 1 of August 1940. Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 55,330 tons of merchant shipping sunk. Oh, no, that's going to be bad for us, big time. Faroe Islands, week 1 of August 1940. Axis bombers attacked the naval base at Scapa Flow, causing medium damage. Current repairs delayed by 3 turns. Have you... yeah. Active, you're still here and you're going to be here for a long time, and this is not good. Well, let's send the Vanessa in here to hopefully sniff out these U-boats here. We lost the square on the tonnage wall, haven't we? Are we above 150,000? Yes, we are. Right, well there you go. That's how that goes. Right, nothing still. I'm going to keep the Vanessa here because every single time what happens is an attack happens in the Sargasso Sea. I put a ship in there, nothing happens. I send it back. 2 turns later, another attack in the Sargasso Sea. I'm not having it this time. Still nothing. Well, at least it's just 2 turns for the active now to get out. Week 3 of August 1940. A certain class of German battleship is now available. I'm not scared at all. I am actually scared. Oh, right. This isn't the class of German battleship I was referring to. Faroe Islands, sunny weather, week 3 of August 1940. The destroyer Antelope has intercepted the submarine U-96 at night because we have the initiative. Right, we may have the initiative, but unfortunately we're not really able to put it to good use because we're a little bit too far away to realistically threaten U-96. And of course, because it's night time, we have absolutely no air support whatsoever. Mind you, they have no air support either. But because we're the ones with the initiative, we would have used our air support before they would have used theirs. So we would have still won. Overall, I do feel like I have been ever so slightly cheated with the engagement being at night. 25? I'll go 20. Yeah, I'm going to say that's fine. I do believe we will avoid the torpedoes. And that's because they haven't actually quite got to us yet. But no, even if they had, we would still be in a perfectly alright position. A little corrective turn to port now, just to put us on the perfect course here. Next turn we will be turning and firing torpedoes. No action. Well, it's my turn to do some action now. Harder port, stand by the torpedo tubes. Prepare yourself for a classic Admiral Playerovski drop and splash. Drop and splash. There we go. We dropped it and it splashed. And now it's going to create a bigger splash. Yeah, you can fire your torpedo all you want. It's not going to endanger me anymore. Even if I tried to steer into it. And that's because you have been sunk, which means I can't even steer into it even if I wanted to. Yeah. Right, very simple. Action reports on the British side, the destroyer Antelope received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-96 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing... Ooh. Excuse me. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 800 renown earned. Nothing happened. How many more turns? One more turn for the active to come out. We were meant to send the Beagle in for some rearming. There we go. Hopefully both of those pop out now. East Mediterranean Sea. Axis bombers attack the naval base at Alexandria, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns in week 3 of August 1940. Luckily we don't have any ships in here in Alexandria, so we're not all right with them bombing our naval bases, but what I mean is it's not a catastrophic development. We have 3 ships in here. See, how does this work? Active has just come out of the shipyard. Apparently it's got light damage. Hello? The point of you going into the shipyard is that you come out with no damage. Honestly, is this some sort of mechanic in the game that I, once again, do not understand? I have a feeling like that's what might be happening. Just me being silly and just, you know, not really understanding properly what I'm playing. Right, well, we'll keep one here. I'll move the Beagle back into the western approaches. Seeing as the active is damaged, I'll keep it close to port. If the damage gets worse, we'll send it back in. Hopefully that time it can actually be repaired properly, not just not repaired. Week 4 of August 1940. Norwegian Sea. Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 56,490 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 4 of August 1940. Right, this isn't really that acceptable, so what I will do is... Who's got the most torpedoes here? Ardent and Skeena. Ardent and Skeena, you will go across to Norway to hopefully flush out those submarines. We are in week 0.5 of September 1940. The war has been going on for 1 year now. If we have a look at the stats, 1 year in, Great Britain has lost 14 naval vessels for 70,000 tons, 500 merchants, near as makes no difference, lost for 1.9 million tons. Germany has lost 122 naval vessels for well over 300,000 tons, and 143,000 tons is being sunk per month in terms of Allied shipping. Do it quickly because the episode is not over. You can clearly see that we're doing better than the Germans are in terms of ships lost. Right, and this is why I never ever 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 put ships in full repairs in the United Kingdom. Because Axis bombers have just attacked the naval base at Liverpool and Portsmouth, causing very heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 5 turns in week 0.5 of September 1940. Well, bombs fell in Poland 1 year ago to the date. Now bombs fall in the UK 1 year later. Basically the UK gets absolutely hammered. If you put a ship in for repairs there, especially if it's like a battleship or a heavy cruiser, you're basically not going to see it again. You'll put it in, you'll wait several weeks, and then you'll go in and it'll have more turns before it can be released than when you initially put it in. Is that mad? Yes. Has it happened to me before? Yes. Do I like it when that happens? No. Now why have I got 3 destroyers in here? Oh, it's because I was supposed to move them down. Vanquisher goes over here and a caster goes back over here. Still no action in the Sargus OC. Come on, why aren't you attacking the merchants here anymore? Huh? Now that I've put a destroyer in there, you're going somewhere else, aren't you? Oh, you've gone south, have you? Brazil South Seaboard. Allied merchant attacks by submarines. 59,020 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 1 of September 1940. Unfortunately, that's too far away for me to bother going down. Mostly because by the time I even get there, they're going to be anywhere but here. And that just distracts me from the main convoy routes here. Oh, we've got convoys up here in the north as well now. Interesting. Maybe those are heading to Canada via the Arctic. But would that be possible? Could you not just go this way? Just add more convoys in here where there's protection already? I don't know. I don't know what the thinking is behind that, but that's what we've got. Now what do? Do I split these up and put a couple here? Or do I keep them as they are and have better protection but in less places? I think what I'll do is I'll keep them as they are, and then if anything happens here, we'll send 1 destroyer from the Faroe Islands here and then 2 destroyers in to flush out whatever's here. I think that'll be the strategy I'll take. Right, here we go. I'm not sure if this was the submarine that attacked the convoy, but nevertheless, here we are. In the Norwegian Sea, in partly sunny weather in week 1.5 of September 1940, the destroyers Ardent and Skeena have come under attack in the afternoon from the submarine U-171. The Germans have the initiative. I hope they don't bomb us to smithereens. No, they're just using torpedoes. How nice of you. So I'm going to check if we have a rogue depth charge bomber perhaps. It would be nice if we did, but I'm not sure if we do. Backwards and harder starboard is what I will try to use to avoid those torpedoes. Any rogue depth charge bombers? No, not in the Norwegian Sea anyway. Maybe next door in the UK perhaps. I'll go flank and 20 degrees to port. I don't think we're going to be close enough to fire torpedoes. Nope, we've actually moved further away. Fair enough. So those torpedoes have been dodged, luckily. Would have been very nasty if we hadn't. What we can do now is go back up to flank, 15 degrees to port, and stand by the torpedo tubes. Oh, we can pretty much just go. No, I'm going to move it a little bit nevertheless. There we go. Not sure if I've actually moved it at all. Drop and splash. Here we go. You just carry on, I suppose. It's fine. Your help is not required right now. Good. U-171 has been sunk. I hope you were the one that attacked the convoy, because that means that you have now experienced what you caused my convoy to experience, which is not very nice things at all. Action report: on the British side, the destroyers Ardent and Skeena received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-171 was sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 1,032. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 1,032 renown earned. Brazil South seaboard, Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 48,770 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 1.5 of September 1940. Again, it's annoying, I know, but we'd need to send out several ships in down here, and that would weaken the structure up here. Have we lost 11 squares on the tonnage wall? I do believe that the red is looking bigger than the blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we have. We're losing right now. We are outright losing at this point. The tonnage is not looking good for us at this moment. But interestingly enough, we have been higher than this before, and yet we've got only 9 squares. I'm a little bit confused as to why that is. I would have thought that we'd keep 10 at the very least, but... Right, Gulf of Mexico. Allied merchants attacked by submarines. 49,610 tons of merchant shipping sunk in week 2 of September 1940. Oh, no. United Kingdom. Warship attacked by Axis aircraft. The destroyer Ardent has received heavy damage in week 2 of September 1940. You nasty airborne bullies! No convoys in the Gulf of Mexico, so I can't justify sending ships away from this area to randomly flush out, you know, ships there. I'm confused. Oh my gosh! How does this work? I promise you I'm not making this up. I promise. Genuinely, hand on heart. Apparently damage none, but the Y turret, 4 torpedo tubes and ASW have been destroyed, but there's no damage. There is damage! Stop lying to me! Honestly, well, does that mean it'll only take 1 turn to repair then? Maybe it'll only take 1 turn to repair, so that way it's a glitch, but it's kind of in my favour as well, a little bit. By the way, I'm not cheating, in case you're thinking that, oh no, he's gone into the game and he's changed it, modified it to his favour. I promise you I can't. I'm the type of person who can't follow a simple tutorial on YouTube when someone shows you how to do something on the computer, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not the same for me, so I can't do it. So don't worry, I'm not cheating if that's what you're suspecting is going on. Right, we have got an engagement in the western approaches in partially sunny weather in week 4 of September 1940. The destroyers Beagle and Boreas have come under attack in the morning from the submarines U-136 and U-172. The submarines have got the initiative. No action. Torpedoes have been fired by U-172. Not too concerned about that. We will have an opportunity to react. I'll go flank and I'll go about 5 degrees, maybe a little bit more to port. There we go. The question that I want the answer to now is, do we have any form of air support? We do. We have 1 depth charge bomber. However, I will once again do a questionable decision relative to me. I will actually go for this submarine already straight away, even though it has fired its torpedoes. And the reason why I'm going to do it is because I think my other destroyer is close enough that we can turn and do a drop and splash and sink the submarine immediately. Well, maybe not exactly immediately, but drop and splash and then wait 1 more turn and the submarine is gone. Good, that's U-172 sunk. Thank you very much. Have my tactics paid off here or not? No, not really, no. It looks like it might have potentially done, but on balance I'd say no. We will attempt to drop and splash on the next turn though. So these torpedoes are probably going to run out of steam before they get to my other destroyer. Well, this one has avoided them very nicely. Torpedoes? No, no torpedoes at all. Strange. I would have thought that they would have been all over that. But no, they aren't. So, yeah, that's fine. Right. Let's have a look. Do I risk it? I'm going to risk it. Hard to starboard. Stand by the torpedo tubes. And it's a risk that has paid off. We're in perfect position now to fire torpedoes. Well, torpedoes. I say torpedoes, and it's only going to be one. There we go. Drop and splash. Typically we only do one at a time, unless we get a very rare situation where we are in striking range of two separate U-boats. Then we drop two. And I get very excited because I'm going to sink two submarines at once. And a very satisfying moment occurs when that does happen. It's rare, it's very rare, but it does happen. It has happened to me before. Action reports on the British side. The destroyers Beagle and Boreas received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-136 was sunk for 800 tons. The submarine U-172 was sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side 1,832, and merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. 1,832 renown earned. Oh my goodness me. Wow. Oh, I've just realised. Oh, that's horrible. We have an engagement in the United Kingdom in cloudy weather in week 4 of September 1940. The destroyer Blanche with medium damage and the destroyers Skeena and Valux with no damage are escorting a pretty large convoy of merchant ship C3 freighters, large freighters, 2 T2 tankers and a C2 freighter, and they have come under attack at night from a wolf pack of submarines U-174, U-176, U-202 and U-203, and if that wasn't enough already, these submarines have the initiative. Why? Why, oh why? What did the merchants ever... Actually no, I've just realised the merchants are delivering war materials which will be used to defeat you. Well, there you go, I've answered my own question there. Warships I could understand, but, you know, merchants not so much, but then... yeah. It takes such a long time, for goodness sake, it actually takes such a long time to have everyone fire their torpedoes. Well, 16 torpedoes have been fired. Hooray. Well, hooray for the submarines, I'm assuming. They're going to be very pleased with that. What I'm going to do straight away is attempt to sink this submarine that's very close to me. So 1/3 speed. Stand by the torpedo tubes. I think we can do it. I think we can do it already. Yes, we can. Right, so we'll knock one of them out immediately. Drop and splash immediately on the first turn, which is quite rare as well, I may add. That's also quite rare. We have got... seriously, that's the closest one we've got. Well, it would seem so, yes. Fine, very well. Hard port. Is there even any point in me shooting at it? I might as well. I might as well try and get at least something done. 14.3 is the suggested elevation, so I will use that elevation. 14.3, there it is. Can I see the submarine? Yes, I can. I'm going to put the guns over here, actually. Shoot! I'm not expecting great things, but... Oh, maybe they'll dive away, maybe they'll run away. Even I'm laughing at how ridiculous that sounds. Yeah, they're gonna run away totally. Yeah. Nah, I bet they're terrified. I bet they're quaking in their boots. I bet they're not. I bet they're just... Oh, what was that? Oh, they tried to fire at us. Cute. How far away are you? Over there. 9,000 yards. That's quite some way away. I'll hold fire for now. Alright, T2 tanker. Hi. You're probably going to get obliterated. I don't even know which way to turn with them. Submarines on this side and then submarines on this side as well. Honestly, this is going to take a long time now because I'm going to have to figure out where all 16 torpedoes are heading. I will give each... Come on, I know there's a sub over here. Let me see it. Right, have you fired torpedoes? Yes, you have. Yeah, I think the best thing I can do is just basically have it go... I'll actually take it down to 1/3. Well, actually, do you want to do that? The problem is I don't know how far away this submarine is. Tanker's over there. I will take it down to 2/3 speed and harder starboard. Very oddly specific instruction, but there we go. You will attempt to go backwards and harder port. You're going to get smacked with a torpedo anyway. Not at all surprised, considering that there's 16 of them and they're all heading for you in one way or another. Let's have a look. I am going to ever so slightly gamble with you and say you can go actually flank and harder port, and hopefully you can just about make the turn before bad things happen. Yeah, you're getting smacked with one as well, aren't you? It's so annoying, like, how am I supposed to react? Again, it's one of those engagements where they want you to lose stuff. And you will lose ships. There's no way that you can get away from it. You seem to be safe. Dare I say it? Continue as you are? No, because the tanker's over there as well. I'll have you go 1/3 speed then and harder starboard. How are you doing? Have you got lots of torpedoes streaking towards you? Let me take a look. I believe you do from this submarine over here. Come on, I know it's there. I can see the periscope. Let me go over there. Fine, I'll go over here. Seriously? I can't select it? Why? Alright, I'm going to use my binoculars then. Oh, can I not see them? No, I can. If I go over here somewhere, I should be able to... No, but that's the T2 tanker. Right, well it seems I can't select the submarine over here, which I can clearly see is there. But I need to select it though, this is important. What about this one over here? Can I select that? Alright, I can. Right. And now there should be another one close by as well. But unfortunately I can't quite make it out. Nope, if you gave me a few minutes I could probably make it out, but no. Maybe if I go underwater, perhaps? Oh no, wait, no. Maybe if we turn back this way. There it is. It's right there! Oh my gosh, seriously? I can see them! I can see it, look! Why can I not see it? Do you know what? Clearly I'm not meant to see it. Right, so I'm going to have to go back to this one then, and somehow guess as to where the torpedoes from the other submarine are heading relative to the other ships. This is hard work now. I guess I'll just do the standard 1/3 and hard to starboard. I've got no idea. I'm completely blind here. Can I see the torpedoes here? Yep, we've got a bunch heading towards us. I hate doing this, but flank and harder port. I'm gonna have to. Oh, that's not gone well at all. Right, here we go. Explosions galore. That's one down already. I mean, there's 16 of them. How can you? Well, I guess there is some expectation that maybe, perhaps, despite everything, I could get away with not losing any ships. But come on, 16 torpedoes launched all at once at the same time. It's a huge ask to say to me, oh, by the way, can you know, make sure that you don't lose any ships along the way? Well, yes I can, but it's not going to be what you'd call easy. Why did I turn the Velix this way? I should have turned it the other way. Well, either way, Blanche, you will turn 30 degrees to starboard and you will hunt down this submarine over here. That way, the maximum number of submarines that can be firing at any time is ever so slightly reduced, but not by much. There goes my not so brilliant attempt at shooting at them to try and get them to disengage. Did we score a hit? They're saying we haven't. Plots say something slightly different. What are they saying now? 12.3. Yeah, I'll go down to probably 12.8, maybe 12.7. Let's put the guns over here. Shoot! Those were long. Again, when it comes to shooting like this, I'm really not good at all. What's the sonar contact for you? No, the Blanche will take care of that one. No. Harder port for you. You're going over there to deal with the other subs. Mind you, I should be somewhat careful here because certain things could happen that could, well, make this a worse engagement than it is already. So this large freighter, final damage upon sinking, nothing. Propulsion, steering pumps, AAA all in working order, but we're still sinking regardless. Well, I guess you can go back up to... No, you can go to 2/3 speed and turn to starboard. Any torpedoes heading towards you? Or rather, which way do you have torpedoes heading towards you from? I'm going to gamble it and say we'll outrun it. Yeah, we've not outrun it. Oh. Another very hard turn to port for you. Can I outrun you? If I go flank and harder port? Nope. Honestly, this is going to be even worse than the first one. I'm probably going to lose 2 ships here. 2 hits for definite, which will probably translate into 2 ships lost. I suppose you can just... Well, I don't even know. Continue your turn to starboard. How are you doing? You're about to get smacked, aren't you? Yep, you're gonna get smacked hard. Dare I say it? Can I gamble this and say I'll outrun it? Well, it doesn't look like I've got much choice, do I? Because backwards and turn won't work. Forwards and turn won't work. Yeah, we're getting smacked. There's 1. That's 3 hits. There goes the T2 tanker. See, this is what you get when you have a wolf pack with you and there's only 3 destroyers rather than the normal 4 that I'm accustomed to. Right, so this C3 freighter, propulsion, heavy damage. This is the final damage upon sinking. T2 tanker, I did try and save it. No damage, but it's still sinking regardless, probably just to annoy me. We have this large freighter sinking as well with no damage. It's still sinking nevertheless. How many ships have I got left? We've lost 1, 2, 3, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. That's... it's about 50-50 split then, basically. Narrowly in favour of me for now, but we're going to probably lose another ship and then it'll be not so much in my favour. We've got a contact here at 4,800. Well, stand by the torpedo tubes and let's sink another of their U-boats. Put a torpedo over here, drop and splash. Off it goes. 6,590, so we're still miles away from them. Yeah, we're not getting hit by any torpedoes. No, it's just the merchants that they're going after. Right, 12.7 was really long. They're saying 10.3. Do you know what? I'm actually going to drop it by 3 degrees. I've had enough. Every single time I drop it, it's not enough, and it ends up being long. Probably this time it'll be short, but whatever. Shoot! I'm not sure if that was a good one or not. Velix, you are... Nope, the Blanche is about to sink that one. You will continue your turn to port and go and help out with the other submarines down there. How are you doing? Relatively fine? Can I ask you to get back up to flank and harder starboard, perhaps? You've been hit, but you're a... Oof. Steering, heavy damage, propulsion, light damage. Right, that's not brilliant. I suppose just move you forwards. How are you doing? You seem to be doing fine-ish, unless I haven't noticed something. How are you doing? Just about. I'll have you go back up to flank and harder starboard. No explosions this time! Oh, that's nice! That's not very nice, but yeah, we have managed to... Oh. Well, there you go. If you take anything away from this, well, from this part of the engagement, is that we've managed to take out U-174. Right, so you're far away from all the other U-boats now. If anything, I would say the Skeena is in a better position to take on everyone else. Nevertheless, because it's quite an urgent situation, I will turn and I will open fire. Is it even worth my while to open fire? Go on, you might as well. Might as well at this point. 19.8 is suggested. So let's go for 19.8. High explosive shells. Oh, we can't actually even see them on the sonar. Let's put the guns about here this time, maybe. Shoot! So that would have been really good. If only the correction for the wind was better. For goodness sake, it was at 4,800 and now you've come out with this. Right, well I'm going to do a bit of a gamble, but this time it's going to be a bit different than usual. 5.3 hits them there. 4.2 hits them there, so if I say 3.1, that should get them then. It's a very questionable drop and splash, this one, but because I'm desperate, I will do questionable things. I mean, I need to save these merchants. I've already lost 3 of them. I don't want to lose any more. We've already lost almost half the convoy. I suppose it basically is half the convoy, isn't it, at this point? Right, I'll have the T2 tanker make a hard turn to starboard, and I think we can run away with it now. You've got torpedoes heading towards you. Your steering is jammed. There's nothing I can do except slow you down. How badly damaged is it? Oh, and I probably would have got it back on the next turn as well. I'll slow you down, is that going to be good enough? Nope, you're getting smacked. Goodness me. Well in that case then what I'll do with you is go hard a port and hide behind this freighter over here. How are you doing? You seem to be doing fine, although you're still very much within the vicinity of all these submarines. There are underwater menaces. With a broken rudder there wasn't much I could do. I tried to do a thing. So there goes the 4th ship out of 7. Here comes my torpedo that's not meant to hit on this turn. I'd like to think that we will get that hit on the next turn. Yeah, steering light damage I think, and the C3 freighter is sinking. It's a bad day, night, whatever you want to call it. Really bad. I don't like it. 5,200. Where's the other one? 5,200 as well. I'll go 25 degrees. Turn to port. Well, it might be 3,900, but hopefully if we sink the other one, we might just about be able to, you know, get away with finishing off a little bit early. I do believe, however, that the ships that are still here are ones that I will save. Ish. I'm not. This C2 freighter is still potentially on the table for the Germans to take. But at least I'll save 2 of them, and one of them is a T2 tanker, so you know, that's something good as well, I suppose. No action, no action. And of course the gamble didn't pay off, as expected. It's not going well for me right now. Not going well. Well, hard to starboard and stand by the torpedo tubes yet again. Is this one of those rare moments where we can actually fire at 2 submarines straight away? Because it's not just a question about distance, it's also a question about angle. If you don't have the angle to fire at the sub, then you're wasting your time. Quite frankly, in my opinion, if you don't have the correct angle, you're, wasting time. But we seem to have the correct angle on both of them here. Well, 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 are we about to see one of those rare moments? It's a double drop and splash. Are we about to see a 2-in-1 kill? It's actually quite uncanny that I start talking about it, maybe not in this episode, but maybe in the previous one, I don't remember when, and then bada bing bada boom, here it is. It's the exact thing that happens. I'd want to say move all, but instincts just say nope, do individual instructions. I suppose there's not really that much left to protect. There's only 3 ships left in the convoy now. So that's their torpedoes. Of course, U-176 with the torpedo, but if we pull this off properly, those torpedoes will be invalid. Here we go. Yes! Look at that! Alright, so it was a bit questionable, but finish with a flourish. Finish with a flourish is what we achieved here. Mind you, I'd much rather trade the finish with a flourish for something else. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Blanche ends with medium damage. The destroyers Skeena and Velux end with no damage. 1 merchant ship T2 tanker received no damage. 1 merchant ship C2 freighter received no damage. 1 merchant ship large freighter received no damage. 1 merchant ship T2 tanker was sunk for 22,500 tons. 2 merchant ship C3 freighters were sunk for 8,000 tons each, and 1 merchant ship large freighter was sunk for 7,800 tons. On the German side, the submarines U-174 and U-176 was sunk for 1,032 tons. The submarines U-202 and U-203 were sunk for 800 tons each. Warship tons sunk on the British side 0. Merchant ship tons sunk on the British side 46,300. Very successful for the Germans, but warship tons sunk on the German side 3,664. They lost 4 submarines. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0. 3,664 renown earned. Faroe Islands, week 4 of September 1940. Submarine attacked by enemy aircraft. SS Triton, medium damage. So the Triton has been attacked. But this episode has gone on for way longer than I wanted it to go on for. Before I go, quick look at the stats. We've got 14 naval vessels sunk for Britain, that's unchanged. 542 merchants sunk. Over 2 million tons of shipping has been lost. On the German side, 129 naval vessels sunk, so we now have a 9-to-1 kill ratio for 320,000 tons almost. Allied merchant sunk per month has dropped back below 150,000, but that's because it's a new month. It's week 0.5 of October 1940. Have we regained the blue square temporarily? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we have. Temporarily, because I'm pretty confident we're going to lose it. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Maybe we hold on to it. Ships lost. That German list is getting longer and longer. Right, that is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoy the content, if you're enjoying the series, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.